Hello Shiny Crafty People, it's Tim Totten here and welcome back to the channel. I am on a mission to go into as many of Michael's arts and crafts stores as I possibly can to see how they're reacting to Joann's being gone. So let's see if they have fabric. Now this Michael's is in Buffalo, New York, and I'll put the specifics on the screen. I'm gonna go to at least 6 Michael's stores and I'll show what I find at each one. So let's head inside. So this is actually the 3rd store that I went into. You'll see the Rochester store later. I was getting used to the layout of how Michael's puts their stuff together. So I did go and try to look in the exact same place where the fabric had been in the other stores. But in fact, this one was moved around. So apparently they have several different designs of how they do their stores. I did, of course, find all of the ribbons and things, but that seemed to be all of the stores had quite a lot of ribbon available and huge yarn sections as well, of course. But this still didn't bring me to the fabric section. So I'm flipping around trying to find where the fabric might be. I did, of course, find the yarn, like I said, lots and lots of yarn available. That was great. So I looked, okay, wow, 2 entire sections plus the very back section. But then here I did find the thread. So that's a good sign. There's thread available. Well, still more yarn, obviously, but there is thread available. Wait, more yarn. Okay, we're going to get to it. Here we go. And oh my goodness, there it is. It's the fabric section now. I was surprised because this, you're going to find out, is bigger than the other stores I had gone into. And they had quite a lot available. And I was actually really surprised by how inexpensive this fabric was. You're going to see that most of this is character fabric. And interestingly enough, if you look at this sign, take your fabric to the custom cutting frame counter when you're ready to cut. I found that interesting. Also, it's not eligible for coupons or discounts, but considering most everything was either $3.99 to $5.99, I didn't think that was that big of a deal. So they did have some batiks and some other solid colors, not quite the selection you might get elsewhere, but still pretty impressive. Look at these prices of $2 and $3.99 for solid colors. I thought that was actually pretty good. They did, of course, have other fabrics like there's tulle there, there's some apparel fabric. Not a lot to choose from, but you got to realize they're really focusing more on like fabric you would use for costumes and that kind of thing. So they have a rather limited selection, just these sort of maybe what looks like about a double height 6-foot section of fabrics available. And actually there was this vinyl that was on here. Now that's $9.99 a yard, but it was actually pretty nice with the that sort of plasticky lining or rubber lining on the inside. And so if you were doing like a handbag or something, that might look good. And then a number of other pieces. But look at now, one side is fabric, the other side is not. The other side is, lots of notions and other stuff. They did, of course, have a lot of patterns, but these patterns are all $9.99. Now, they don't say anything about these patterns being available to use for coupons or not. And of course, most of them were not clothing. They were kind of basic stuff. So they were patterns, but not necessarily to make a whole bunch of different kinds of clothing. Certainly not the selection you would have from what the old Joann stores had. And they did have a fat quarter section, which, spoiler alert, when you see the Rochester store that I went to, this is exactly what they had at the Rochester store and no other fabric. They did have these $1.99 fat quarters on sale. They did have a few fat quarter bundles that were nice, and I think they had some jelly rolls as well. But other than that, there wasn't really much else. There were no layer cakes or other pieces. But a respectable for a craft store that doesn't focus on fabric yet. This seemed like maybe something that was just like what they had before. And then they had some pre-cut fabrics as well, which I found to be quite interesting. Now, they did have things like batting and stuffing and cushions and those sort of parts. And so that actually made me feel good. But this did not feel like they have responded to Joann's by opening this. It feels like this is maybe what they always had in this store. So considering what I've seen in other places, I thought, well, maybe I'm going to find something when I can find a store that's actually really leaned more heavily in. We'll see what that happens when we do that. Now, this is the store in Niagara Falls. I went there after the Buffalo store, hoping there would be more in it. This store had very little in the store. It did have some stabilizer here on an end cap with a bunch of the same exact thread is in other places. But I had to look around. There's lots of stuff here, but I don't see any fabric. And here's where all the notions are, scissors and other parts like that. And they have sewing machines and a a Singer iron at some point, other pieces, but none of that is, what you might be looking for if you're looking for fabric. So that was a little disconcerting. I'm like, gosh, I'm now at a Michael's, see it in my head, I say it, that doesn't actually have fabric, or do they? So, I kept looking around because they're all laid out just a tiny bit differently. I did go around, and no, all I found were fat quarters. This was actually the first Michael's store that I went to on this trip to New York, and it was in the Grease Ridge Center. I thought, it's a brand new building because they had just rebuilt it. It was going to be amazing. No, I literally found this small section of stabilizer and other stuff. They had a couple of sewing notions, and they had fat quarters. They had zero other fabric, and that really made me a little bit upset. But anyway, I came back to Florida. Let's see. So I'm on my way to Tampa for a book signing that a friend of mine's doing, and I've stopped in Wesley Chapel at the Michaels here, and so I'm going to go inside and see how they're handling the fabric situation. Wish me luck. So I'm actually really glad that I decided to bring a cart in from the parking lot. Not because I'm going to use it. I just thought it'd be nice to return it. But I am so glad because they repaid my kindness by actually having the most fabric I've seen in any Michael's store. In fact, I actually bought fabric in this Michael's store. I'll show you why. They made it really easy. I did ask an employee here whether or not this was a new thing or if they always had this amount of fabric. But this was somebody who literally just started. And she said, I don't really know. I don't even know much about the fabric. Now, I did go over their fabric. They have so much they even have a clearance section. They literally have a bin in the aisle, outside of the aisles, and they had clearance fabric. Here's some Marvel fabric. And this is actually one of the reasons why I bought, because they had this $5 per yard Hocus Pocus print. Hocus Pocus is a Disney film. So the other thing that was amazing was other places you had to take your fabric to the custom framing counter. Here, you just pushed a button. And so after I picked a couple of fabrics, I did push the button, and a lady came really quickly. I'll show you that in a minute. Now, they had 2 aisles. So both sides of a full aisle had 3 rows of fabric in it. So they had so much, including crafting fabric. They had basically quilting fabric. They also had a decent amount of costume fabric, at least for any of the Michaels that I went into. Full amount of costume fabric available there, and you'll see a decent amount of it. It wasn't small or short. Now, I'm going to do a run down the side here to show you sort of the quilting fabrics. There's batiks there, my favorite. And yes, a lot of licensed fabric, especially down the other side. But even here, they have just black and whites prints for quilting. Here they have some camouflage, some patriotic fabric, and then they get into baby fabrics, which is the first time I'd seen that in a Michael's as well. I was impressed by that. There was some nice flannels as well, which is not something you would expect, except they have a larger selection. And then I was impressed, but the flannel isn't just checkered flannel. They had the print flannel as well, which I was actually really surprised that they had gone away from just quilting or craft fabric. They even had Christmas fabric. So, do we need that in June of 2025? Maybe not yet, but if you're working on a project, some animal prints, some rainbow prints, and then those solid color, basic generic colored fabrics so you can put together a quilt or something. And then there are actual solids, which were really inexpensive, $2.99, $3.99 for those. I thought it was pretty good. And then some more of those general quilting fabrics, and the prices weren't bad at all. I was pretty surprised. Here's $3.99. Now, of course, you can't use your coupons for that, but still, $3.99 is kind of in the realm of what we sort of expect to pay sometimes anymore anyway. Certainly cheaper than a more exclusive thrift store. Fabric store. Now, I did call for help. This was the little platform they had in the middle of the aisle, and it's just basically 2 cutting pieces together, and I thought that was pretty cool. The lady came pretty quickly. She was there in just maybe a minute or 2 after I pressed the button, which I thought was really great, and they used an interesting sort of cutter on a ruler to do this cutting, so and she's going to pull that out here now and put it on there, like a Fisker's device there. I will say, unfortunately, it wasn't very good at cutting through the fabric, so she had those scissors afterwards. And I don't know if they only sell in 1-yard cuts. I just ordered a yard of each, so I don't know how much if they would have done something differently. When I was done, she gave me this little fabric checkout scanner on a little piece of foam board, and she had scanned the fabrics as well. And I took those to the front of the store. And actually, I didn't do self-checkout. I'll explain that in a minute. They basically scanned that that barcode that was provided to me, and then they reused them. So the lady at the checkout scanned it. Of course, I went up to see, I wanted to make sure they popped up and to see if they had the pricing correctly. And absolutely, there they go. And I'm ready to go. So that was actually an interesting process. I was going to go through self-checkout, and they told me you actually couldn't because it wouldn't scan or something. Although I don't know if that's the case. I think maybe the lady at the register was just sort of bored and looking for someone to do to make a purchase. So I did buy, and the one was on sale for $5.99, and the other was on sale as a clearance for $5 a yard for character fabric. I thought that was actually pretty good. So I am hoping that as much fabric as was in that store will be at my own personal stores, because this is an hour and a half from my house. I'd much rather have some place that's a lot closer. But I scored a couple fabrics at Wesley Chapel, Michael, so let's see if the ones in my neck of the woods are actually going to have a similar amount of fabric. All right, so now I'm at the store that's much closer to my own house. This is the Michaels store in the Villages, Florida, and it's about 40 minutes or 45 minutes or so from my house. There is one a little bit closer that I'll go to for the end of this video, but this one is in a huge retirement community. If you're not familiar with the Villages, you really should do a little bit of research. It's an awesome, cool, interesting place with its own sort of ecosystem, and one of those is a Michaels, which, by the way, is less than a quarter of a mile or a half a mile from where the Joann store used to be. So why don't we go inside and see what they're doing for fabric, since I think this is an area that really could have a big demand for it. So this is actually a really good sign. Right at the front of the store, there's a display with batting and a couple sewing machines, and I thought, we are going to hit the jackpot. And then I walked around and looked in the normal place and found just frames. And I thought, well, maybe there's something else. Oh, yes, here we go. Maybe there's something. There's at least some stabilizer on the end cap, and here are all the cutting implements and things, and there's that standard thread case. So I think I'm in the right place. So I head down this aisle to look, and no, there's no fabric yet. So I keep looking. There's definitely things to cut with, and all sorts of other, even more stabilizer, and of course buttons, and all sorts of the great stuff that you would need if you were sewing. So this is going to be good. I know there's some major quilt guilds in the Villages as well, so there's got to be things available. Now, there definitely were lots of equipment. In fact, they had all sorts of sewing machines available, but as I head down to the end and look, nothing. So, well, let's see what they have for sewing machines. The cheapest of the heavy duties was $209. There was something cheaper, but I can't imagine anyone except for a very beginning sewer using this for $149. I mean, maybe not a bad deal, but I don't think I would encourage anybody to use either one of these. Nothing against these two singers, and they only had Singer machines. So clearly Michaels has a deal with Singers or something like that. Their most expensive one, I was surprised, $330 for a machine. Well, they also had some other bigger stuff, but I'm still looking for fabric. So let's go around. I do see some fat quarters. Okay, and some batting. Okay, well, this is good. Maybe as we go around the corner, but we'll look at the fat quarters for a minute here. I did find some fat quarters, and I thought if I was, making something small, yes, it would be great to have these fat quarters available. And they seem to be in every single one of these Michaels stores had fat quarters available. So, and they did have some fat quarter bundles and some jelly rolls there. And there was batting there, but I looked and I see no fabric. So I went to the other side. Well, no fabric, and this is yarn. So it turns out there's, here's some batting. Maybe the fabric will be down around here. No, turns out I looked all over this store, and there was no fabric. Disappointing. All right, so that one was actually super disappointing. I was hoping that my Florida stores were going to really come through. So my last stop is going to be the Michaels store in Sanford, Florida. That's actually the closest one to me, so why don't we zoom over there right now through the magic of YouTube. I don't know how best to do that. Doesn't seem to have worked. So I'm here at the Michaels in Sanford, Florida. We'll see if I have any better luck here. All right, as we go inside, there are plenty of signs up, and I did notice one here that said fabric is here, and I was so excited thinking that was a new sign. I saw it at a couple of stores, but I never looked too closely. And then I realized at the bottom they were actually using Joann as a reference. So no, this was pre-Joann's going out of business. Now, I went into this store looking around. It's still set up like many of the others, and I'm crossing my fingers because this is my personal local store. I kind of wanted to make sure they would have more than just just fat quarters, because I'd like to at least have some fabric to work with. So I'm bouncing around. Oh, wait. So here's in a different place are all of the notions and supplies and tools. So that felt pretty good. There was just a sewing machine up on the top. And I thought, oh, there's just a few sewing machines way up high. If they don't even have those out like they had in the villages. Plenty of yarn, of course. And then here's the fat quarter section. I thought, okay, well, I've at least found this fabric. I was getting a little bit disappointed here, thinking that's all I was going to get at my local Michael's. And when I say local, I mean 30-something miles away or 30-something minutes away. And then there's plenty of polyfill. They had lots of it, actually. So I thought, well, if I'm making some teddy bears, that would work out okay. And, of course, I looked and saw, well, they have floss and other stuff. I'm not going to do embroidery, but oh, here's where the sewing machines are. So I'm feeling like a little bit better. There are needles, there are snips, there's all those needles and accessories. And, of course, there are sewing machines and an iron by Singer. I've never tried that, but it would be interesting to see. They did have a few things available and some Ott light. This is the first time I'd seen task lighting in one of these stores, so I was a little surprised by that. And that's nice. I do think Ott makes some very good lights. But I was just sort of a little disappointed and worried. And I found, oh, wait, there's more batting, so that's pretty great. I'm going through, but there's more batting and cushions, but now that's yarn across from it. So this store clearly has not seen the renovation bug that some of the other stores got. Well, if I want to make cushions, I can, but I don't have any fabric to go with them. I was a little disconcerted, and I got to the end here, and it looked like it was going over into needlepoint. I mean, yes, there's stabilizer there, but it looked like it was going into sort of the needlepoint with the hoops and stuff. And I thought, well, it's okay. Maybe they will see a renovation. But then I realized that there was Velcro on the end cap, and that told me something good. And so when I noticed there was all this Velcro available, then ta-da, 2 lines of fabric, a full set, just like that store in Wesley Chapel, or not exactly just like it, but similar, with utility fabrics and with some of the other, like some costuming fabric. And of course, it had lots and lots of sort of that licensed stuff was available. But I mean, like, tulle for 89 cents and some other fabrics. I thought, oh, finally, there's at least some basic stuff available. Now, it was rather basic. I don't want to suggest that Michael's is a replacement for what we've been doing before, what we had in a full fabric store like Joann, but it at least has some items available, and I was impressed. I'm going to sort of show you how they had fabric on the other side as well. Not quite the same selection as that Wesley Chapel store, but a little bit more available. And the pricing was actually pretty good. I was surprised that that you could find stuff under $5. That was actually rather heartening, and actually quite a bit of stabilizer by the yard here. I was really surprised. Now, I did not see a cutting counter in this store, so I think you do have to take this to the framing. And wow, the pattern still $9.99, so that's not any cheaper. But hey, I'm happier. Wow, that actually is the most I have found at any Michael's store so far. This one's located in Sanford, Florida, and it happens to be one of the 2 that's closest to me. I'm so excited to see at least that maybe this is where they've added some. I couldn't find an employee who wasn't busy helping people do self-checkout. That's a whole nother video. But it was at least nice to see that they had an entire row on both sides of fabric, and including a lot of notions and other stuff. So I hope you check out your local Michael's store, and maybe they have more than expected. Maybe this is the new way they're gonna go, and they'll all try to look like this. Well, we can only hope. So until next time, folks, stay crafty. Bye for now. All right, I guess I gotta make a trip once a month. 35 minutes from my house.